No one will lose their apartment because of COVID-19. That's not to say that there are not tenants who are in various stages of with their landlord for other reasons that have nothing to do with the pandemic, and those will continue. Minister Robinson is making a presentation to Cabinet on Wednesday, and then she'll make public the details of our action plan components with respect to renters. Minister James talked about working with financial institutions and the federal government to ensure on the mortgage side that relief is there. I know that there are still issues to be resolved, and that's why it's so critically important that all orders of government, federal, provincial, and municipal, are working as best we can to ensure common language on program delivery, as well as reinforcing again the directives from public health officials about how we should conduct ourselves within our families, within our communities, within our businesses. And when it comes to rent, this is a fundamental issue for so many British Columbians. I asked Spencer Chandra-Herbert, the MLA for West End, who did an exhaustive review on the rent economy in British Columbia that presented to us last year. I asked him to kickstart that. He did a rapid consultation through his Rolodex, his contacts on his phone to talk to tenants groups, to talk to landlord organizations. He's presented that material to Minister Robinson. We'll be discussing it on Wednesday, and the results of that will be made available at that time. We will have a plan for renters on Wednesday after Cabinet, so we'll have more details at that time. We do understand that this is that we're mid-month right now and coming into April. We want to make sure people are comforted that because of this epidemic, the pandemic, they will not lose their homes. This is critically important. I want to reinforce that. But we need to make sure we're laying out a framework that makes sense to renters, makes sense to landlords. If there is relief on mortgages for landlords, that should then translate into relief for tenants who will not have to meet the mortgage payment for their landlord this particular month. So we're trying to make sure that this is seamless, but as I said, that we're building these programs as we go, and we're taking best practices. We're working cooperatively. Government of Alberta, we had high-level discussions between both finance departments there so that we are making sure we're doing everything we can to put in place programs that are going to make sense, not just today, but next week and the week after that.
Just to add on, if you look at each of the specific programs we've outlined today as part of our action plan, I think it's important to remember that these also go in concert with the federal government work. Earlier there was a question around small business. Small business will also have the opportunity to be able to tap into the loan program that's in place for the federal government. So we're easing the pressure, giving them cash flow right away by taking the payments away until the end of September. They can also then access the federal program. For tenants, as the Premier said, Wednesday we'll have more details around evictions. We are putting together a program for people who need support with their rent as quickly as we can, looking at whether we can use existing programs like, as I mentioned earlier, the Seniors Supplement Program or the Working Supplement Program for tenants. The $1,000 payment for those who are on EI. Federal government has a payment coming to people in April. So again, looking at how we can coordinate these to provide the maximum support for individuals who we know really need help today.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.